Today I'm going to share a company. It's called Albemarle Corporation. It's a manufacturer for lithium and some and special chemicals for athletic converter, something like that. And I try to use the ChatGPT to do that and to see whether they can help us uh, to complete the task. Can you give us a brief introduction about the company Albemarle Corporation stock? And it's yes, I want you to speak about the Albemarle Corporation, its industry background, products, marketing position, financial, and its performance in the stock market. Speak as simply as possible. Before I continue, I have to say that I'm not financial advisor, and here is only for the education and the entertainment. It is not advice for investment. It seems that the analysis is okay, and they can give a briefer the introduction almost cover every every aspect. And this industry, I think, have a great futures because the storage for the energy demand will grows. And can you imagine how big of the energy industry? And and if the lithium can take a little part share of the traditional industry like petroleum, that will huge volume of the market volume. And we can see the performance of the uh, Albemarle Corporation. For about 20 or 30 years, they just keep steady growth. And their book value right now is about 40, and it grows a lot. And their profit is also grows and keep growing. It's almost right now is about $70 and per year. It's huge increase. And about the price increase, and we can see it's roughly about compound interest. I calculate it's about almost 30%. It can beat the Warren Buffett. You can see if we began from the 1995 to the last year, the topest is almost spent 27 years. The price began from $4 to $300. The compound interest is about 23% per year. It's pretty high, and also I think it still have a long way to go. It's because the nevertheless this industry will instead part of the traditional uh, energy storage like petroleum. And the energy industry is a huge industry. Petroleum have a lot of big company. And if we imagine 20 or 30 years later, and maybe the storage industry, energy storage industry, have a big share, and that means they are a long way to go. It's just the comply with the Warren Buffett's theory is snow and the snowball need a long way to go. You must find a long way, and in that runway, the compound interest will have the function. Otherwise, it's not long way they will have a problem. And continue, we use the ChatGPT to do the analysis. Uh, I try to let the ChatGPT use the microporters 5.4 series to analyze this company. I try to request you to use the microporters 5.4 series to analyze Albemarle Corporation. It seems this plug is not it's not good for use. Oh, it's outcome the products. Request them regeneration. You can see his analysis is pretty good and very deep in most aspects, and in such a very short period of time. And it helped me to save a lot of times. And you got all of those information. You need a lot of time to get all those informations. And the and it continue. I request them to give much more detail about financial aspect. Yeah, can you give analysis of? And his analysis is pretty, fast, and the result is that the return on equity is not promising. It's not very high, but it's okay. But we should deeply to understanding. And although they use a relatively big leverage, means the borrows. But if those borrows is not from the bank, for example, if he occupy a lot of money from supplier, it's okay because the money occupied from supply, and you do not need to pay interest, something like account payable. That means your client give your products, but do not get your money right away. Maybe half year or three months. That you means you have 3 months debit, but this debit do not have the interest you have to pay. That's okay. But we need to to read the detailed financial report to dig out whether those debt coming from the high interest band of banking, financial banking, long-term loans, or from account receivable, account payable, something like that. We continue request ChatGPT to do the analysis. Can you give the detailed financial facts, forecasting financial facts? The basically the is it seems it cannot do that, and it needs a lot of the information and a lot of the digit, a lot of the files to input. But it's okay. It's still a very promising analysis from the ChatGPT, and I continue to ask whether he can give the whole industry uh, industry forecast. Battery industry. It seems a very good, the feedback about the whole industry, and actually the the battery industry have a very promising future, I guess. And Corporation actually covered all over the world. You can see also have its own miners, and therefore his production chain, I think, is pretty safe. But the problem for them is we should need to check the debt. What is the debt of this company, and what is interest he pay? This may be a little bit pressure for the company when the economy experience a tough time. Anyway, it's a very good the analysis. Thank you guys. And if you're interested in this, and please push it, click the subscribe button